Some people ask that business success is easier than career success, or that career success is easier than business success. And there is a division of people arguing both things, and each one has their own merits. And I think career success, in the sense of escalating, salary increase, and promotions, have and need their own skills to be able to grow in your career. But if you go to the business side, you also need skills to grow and increase profit, increase business growth, and hire employees. But which one is harder? By all means, business is harder, and business success, of course, is harder than career success. So in this video, let's have a look on elements that makes business success harder, and what you can do to notice those, what you can do also in your career, maybe to complement those business skills that you need to be able to be successful. So let's go ahead and have a look. So the first reason why business success is harder than career success is because of the amount of risk and responsibility. In your career, we have a very limited role, very limited responsibility of the things that we have to do. If you are a business owner, it's completely different. You are in charge of marketing, you are in charge of selling, you are in charge of product development, you are in charge of HR, employee management. So you are in charge of almost everything. If the business goes down or goes broke, it's your responsibility. But in your career, you are basically just responsible for a small or specific area in the company. It might be just marketing, or it might be just selling, or it might even just be a specific area inside marketing. So even more, your role is very limited to what the whole company is. Okay? But in the business, it's completely different. You are responsible for everything that is going on. And that's harder because you need more skills. When you are in a specific role in the company, you only need a specific set of skills to do that job specifically. Okay, so in my case, for example, when I was in my 9 to 5, I was in charge of a small team of developers. And I was in charge of only a small subset of applications within the company that I needed to provide support and maintenance for those specific software. There were other teams in the company that were in charge of bigger software products. So in the big scheme of things, I was only in charge of a specific area. Now in my business, I'm in charge of everything: marketing, selling, development, HR, everything. Okay, it's much more responsibility. The second reason why business success is harder is because of the unpredictability and the volatility of businesses. Anything can happen in the business. It can be a recession, things go down, customers stop buying. It can be competition, new competitor comes in and start taking market share from you. Like anything can happen in the business, okay? To be honest, your salary as a business owner might not be static all the time, okay? Sometimes it might go up, sometimes it might go down. You might need to receive less because maybe the business has some tough months. In your career, there is a steadiness. There is no volatility. You receive a salary every month and that's it. Okay, you can count on that salary every month. That's for sure. But in the business, no, there's a lot of volatility. Let's say right now, if we're going into a recession, so a lot of businesses are receiving less money, less profit, and you can see more layoffs going on around. But that's the volatility. That's are the changes. There's a lot of stress when you as a business owner are dealing with those situations. So there is volatility when you are dealing with a business. Career is easier. The third reason why business is harder is because of financial and cash flow management. In the business, you need financial investment. You need capital investment. You need to invest in equipment. You need to invest in software. You need to invest in subscriptions. You need to invest in things that make the business better. In your career, you don't need to do that. Those things are handled by other people. You just receive a salary. But in the business, you need to be managing cash flow. You need to be managing budgets. You need to be managing selling. Okay? All of those financials in the business, you are in charge of all that. And you need to be always in the lookout. You need to be investing. You need to be spending to grow the business. In your career, it's easier. You just receive a salary and that's it. There's not much influence on your side. There's no more changing in your side unless you get a promotion and you're working for a promotion, okay? And I'm not saying that it's not hard to work for a promotion. It is hard to work for a promotion, but To get a promotion in your business when you are the business owner takes a lot of work, okay? You need to get more customers in the door to be able to grow your business, grow profit so you can get a promotion. So that's the difference. It's way harder. The fourth thing in the business is that you need to have an entrepreneurial mindset. Okay? And when I talk about entrepreneurial mindset and having that mindset around business, I always come to this book Mindset, okay, in which it talks about having that growth mindset, in which we are open to learning new things. We are open to throwing ourselves into new adventures to be able to grow ourselves as people and grow ourselves as a business. When you are in your career, yes, you need to have a specific mindset also to be able to grow and have a promotion and learn, but it's not the same thing as an entrepreneur. Let's say I'm in my day job. When I had my 9 to 5, I had to learn about development and I have to learn about managing developers, a very specific area. But now when I am an entrepreneur, I have to learn about marketing. I have to learn about selling. I have to learn about HR. I have to learn about product development. I have to learn about all of these topics that I wasn't maybe even aware that I had to learn, okay? Maybe when you go into business, you're not aware that you have to learn all of these skills. And that requires a mindset. That requires an entrepreneurial mindset because you have to learn to take risks, to learn all of this stuff to be able to grow the business. When you are in your career, in your 9 to 5, you don't need to have that mindset. You are maybe confined into what actually the company that you work for applies to you or relies on you about training, about growing. You're limited to what they have, and that's it. The other thing to keep in mind is work-life balance. When you are in your 9 to 5, that's why it says 9 to 5. You go there at 9, you go out at 5, you go home, and you work on yourself and do the things that you like and be with family. If you are an entrepreneur, it's completely different. There's usually no work-life balance. Everything is work, everything is life, okay? Everything is together. You basically are working most of the time, and that's a reality until you get the business off the ground, until you get things going. There is a lot of hard work, there is a lot of hustle, there is a lot of grinding to get things going, and your work-life balance will be affected. There are a lot of things that you can learn about healthy balance and keeping yourself mentally healthy, and maybe we're gonna do a video about that later on and what I do to keep myself mentally healthy while running my business. But keep in mind that your work-life balance will be affected, okay? When you have a 9 to 5 job, that's what it is. 9 and 5, you're done. Until next day, you're able to block your mind. It's easier. But when you're an entrepreneur, when you're running your business, it's not that easy. Things get harder and you're working most of the time. You're learning most of the time. So for example, in my business right now, we are trying to launch a new project, maybe rebuilding our website. That's taking a lot of time, but we have a deadline to do that. And we are working a lot of hours, and myself, I'm working a lot of hours to get that project out the door, because that will help us be better, that will help us get more customers. But if I don't put the time in there, then that project won't get done. So there is a lot of things that I need to work on and a lot of things that I need to learn, and that in that case my job is not finished at 5. Also keep in mind that the scale of impact that you have when you have a business is way larger than the impact that you have in your career. Any decisions that you make when you are in a 9 to 5 job might be confined into only that specific area that you're working on. And there's always levels of decision making that need to go through approvals for any ideas that you put on forward to be approved or to be given the green flag to go ahead. When you're a business owner, it's completely different. You are the last decision maker. The buck stops with you. So you're actually making decisions on behalf of everyone in the company. It can affect your employees. It can affect your customers too. So the scale of your decisions have a bigger impact when you are a business owner. So that's why it's harder. It's harder to make a decision than when you're in a 9 to 5. Let's say you want to hire a new person and that person will help with the business, but do you have the budget to do that? Will you put in jeopardy the other employees? Will you put in jeopardy your customers? Maybe doing the wrong hire, that's also have a repercussion in your business. So those things you have to take into account. So thanks again for staying until the end. Remember to subscribe to get more videos like this and how you can help your career and how you can help your business, and learn about your career and how to apply those learnings into your own business.